2017 Sonata 2.4. Quick backstory. Customer had some drivability issues, flashing check engine light, and I got to it, and it had a P1326 code for the knock sensor. Don't want to run it at all too long because it doesn't run. It's got a shaky to it and a flash and check engine light as soon as you start. I'm gonna shut that back off. We have a knock sensor, O'Reilly's, and let's story time. So when I first started doing research on the P1326 code on this vehicle, it came up that there was a campaign or a recall for this very issue. And what I learned was that if there was a software update done prior to the issue showing up, Hyundai would do this job for free. Let me explain. They did this, I guess, software update that would help the knock sensor realize actual clearance issues or knock issues in the block. So there was a campaign for the software update they did years back for this issue, and the software update changed the parameters on the knock sensor. If that campaign was done for the software update, you were eligible for the extended warranty. The extended warranty is for 150,000 miles on Hyundais. Now, for this customer, it was unfortunate that we had a hailstorm last year. And this car has a little bit of hail damage. And the insurance totaled this car out. Nothing wrong with the car, 74,000 miles on it. I told him to go to Hyundai. I showed him the campaign and the recall or the extended warranty that lasts to 150,000 miles or 15 years past the vehicle's production. I gave him the information. I showed and looked up on the Hyundai site where you can look up the VIN to see if the software update had been done or all recalls had been done. This vehicle had the software update done back in 2019. Screenshotted that, gave him that information. He took that to Hyundai. Hyundai says, oh, we pulled up your title and we can't do it because of the salvage title. Anyways, very unfortunate for my customer. I can understand Hyundai's side of it, whether a vehicle has been totaled or salvage titled. They don't know what type of damage this car has been in. The engine could have got hurt or something else, and for them to cover it under a warranty where the engine could be replaced, I can understand that business-wise, but for this instance, man, the car was totaled because of hail damage. Hyundai actually said, yeah, man, if it wasn't for this title, we would have been able to fix this for you. And it seems like you have the issue, but we can't touch it. So here we are. Here comes Dr. J, and I'm here to put the knock sensor in, and it's super cold. So now that story time is over, this is the removal process of the knock sensor. I saw a video or two on it. And I'll just try to get a little bit better angles and talk a little more than the videos that I saw for anybody that's running to this 1326 code. All right, first pop our 3 pins off. Get a screwdriver under it, pull it up, pop those up, take the cover off. First, we are going to take all of these small little zip tie joints. They get on my nerves. I'm going to do those first. I don't know if I'm going to leave the throttle body on or take it off yet. I do know there's some mounting bolts on the bottom. So firstly, get the wiring harness off. Take the battery off. That's what I'm about to do first. All right, so as soon as I touched the majority of these, they just broke. This is the only one that's acting right. Anyways, connectors for the throttle body and for the, looks like a map sensor. Clip on both sides. Press, pull straight out. This one is a single. On the other side. Oh man, it's cold. Got 2 clips here. All right, that was a booger. I had to use my screwdriver to pry that one out. Looks like this is a sub harness connector. Once you get this out the way, it'll be free. I went on ahead and took my PCV hose off. This one needs to slide underneath the other one. I get it off, so move that like that. So it'll be good and out the way. One small connector down here. Right here. All right, so once you get that connector off, these will need to be pulled up, straight up. So move out of the way. Went ahead and removed the intake duct, 10 mils to remove that. And as the video I watched, I think I will remove the throttle body, so I don't gotta worry about cooling and all that. Pull these hoses off. These metal lines will come off with the intake. All right, so about ready to start taking the mounting bolts off. We have 12s. One on the bottom, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, that one's gonna be, okay, you can't get to it right there. Now, if you put your hand straight behind where the purge valve is, that's the purge valve right here. Put your hand straight behind that and feel off to the right. You'll feel a 12 millimeter to the right, and then if you go to the left, you'll feel another one. I don't really know right now, but I think that's my bracket bolts for the bottom. I'm gonna take those off. 2 12 mils. I was able to get out with a deep 12 millimeter socket. All right, now we're gonna take the 2, 4, 5 up top, I think. Definitely recommend having a magnet when taking these out. Got movement at the top and the bottom. I'm not just gonna try and snatch it out. I think there's one more connection at the bottom, possibly. But I'm gonna move the throttle body and orientate it so we can get it out. All right, we made it to the promised land. And our knock sensor is right here. $10 or 12 mil, but this connector for the injector needs to come out first. The push button is looking like it's on the back side. Oh man, that's tough. Hyundai, why y'all do that? Man. So I figured it out. They got freaking safety locks on them. Hold up, you see it? See the yellow safety lock? Deal with that, then you can get the connector off. That might have been the hardest part of the job. Okay, so you gotta push it back to unlock it, forward to lock it back, and it is hard. That was hard. But now we can take off our sensor. Okay, we got our new sensor in. Not torqued yet. We're gonna go 15 foot-pounds on it. And I'm not gonna record too much of the reassembly, but just so you can see this is where those 12 mils were going. So I literally had to be coming at an angle to the engine. Get back up so you can see the angle. But it's pointing up straight at you. So if you look at your motor mount, sorry, that's not a motor mount. That is the oil cooler or something like that. Oil filter housing. It's on the each side of the oil filter housing. And here's a look at your intake manifold when it's off. These are the two bolts, securing locations for those bolts. When you're plugging your third injector back up, don't forget to lock the tab. You can't lock it until you plug it up. So plug it up and get a little pick and lock it. Be careful. Everything's dropping. Just be careful so you don't break no plastic. Another tip, as you setting the intake back in, the mount on the bottom was trying to raise up. I couldn't set it. My right side of my manifold was hitting on my cam sensor. Took a hammer and just tapped on the mount just a little bit. I don't know if it's because it's that cold outside, but I tapped on it a little bit and that pushed it down enough so I could slide the intake above it, line everything up. Before you start putting your bolts and locking them down, put those two mounting bolts on the bottom first. At least start them. Start those first, then put these in. Torque them down. Don't forget to lock those down on the bottom, the mounting, bracket bolts. It's cold, man. Okay, we got everything pretty much buttoned up. All our hoses on. Got our mounting, bracket bolts tight. Everything's put back together. I'm about to go inside and try to start. All right, after clearing codes, no more check engine light. Let's see if we got misfires. 33 degrees, nice. But so far so good, gonna let it warm up. Checking some values. So far so good. Oh man, I can't feel my toes, dog. We're gonna take this on a test drive probably once it gets to operating temperature. I'm gonna start cleaning up my tools and maybe I can get out of here. Just made it back from the test drive and no check engine light, no issues on the test drive, no misfires or knocks. I hope this helps somebody that can't get covered under the Hyundai extended warranty. Not too bad of a job. Took about an hour and a half in freezing weather. Y'all be good. Safety, peace.